Welcome everyone. Today we will install CentOS 7 with GUI on VMware Workstation. So guys, let's start the installation. Guys, open your browser so that I can help you to download the image file. So just copy and paste the link. Once you open this link, you will get a lot of image file. You can click any of the image file and you can download your ISO image. You can see the size of this CentOS 7, which is around 4.4 GB. Just click on this image and it will automatically get downloaded into your system. So guys, I have already downloaded this image, so I will start installing the server. So friends, open your VMware workstation. Here we have two options to create the virtual machine. So either you can click from file or you can click from here. So just click from file, create a new virtual machine. You can select any of the two options, the typical or custom one. The custom one is to customize your operating system. That I will not do. We will click on typical one. Just select typical and click next. So you will get this page where it will ask you to provide the ISO image which you have downloaded. So I will install it later on. So just select I will install the operating system later, click next. So these are the operating system which are available with you guys. So you can install Microsoft Windows, Linux and VMware ESX. So we are going to install Linux server, so we will click on Linux. As you can see, it has a lot of flavor. So CentOS, Debian, Fedora, RHEL, but we are going to install CentOS, right? So we will select CentOS 64-bit, click on next. You can name your virtual machine. So write CentOS 7 GUI. Here is the location. This is the default location in C/user. It will by default install all the packages to the C drive, but we don't want to install in C drive. So we will browse and we will provide them the path where I want to install the CentOS image. So I want to install in D drive where I have created a folder with server name. I will just select this folder CentOS 7 GUI and click OK. It will change the location to D drive. Now click next. So guys, this is the default 20 GB for the hard disk. You can increase or decrease the size as per your requirement. So now I will take 30 GB, which is enough for me. You can also increase the size as much as you want, and then you will see two options: store virtual disk as a single file and split virtual disk into multiple files. So by default it is selected to split one. That will help you to move your virtual machine to another system. So just select this one and click next. So guys, this is very important setting where you can customize your hardware. So just click customize hardware. So guys, you can see memory, processor and your ISO image file and network adapters are available. So first you just increase the size of memory from 1 GB to 2 GB. So guys, you can select your number of processor from here. So it is selected to 1. Now you can click on 2. And number of core per processor is selected to 1. You can also change this to 2. So you have available 4 total number of cores. That is enough for me. It will help you to increase the performance of your VM machine. So the third number will select for the ISO image which you have downloaded. So it will ask you the path from where you want to install your virtual machine. So like click on browse. So I have the ISO image in software folder. You can see I have created a folder of ISO image. So you can select this CentOS 7 image and see the network option. It is selected to NAT. Is good for me. You can select any one of the option like breeze, host only, in custom to provide the IP address to your virtual machine. So NAT is okay for me. And then this This is the USB controller option, sound card, printer and display. If you want, you can keep it or remove from here. You just select and remove. Just keep as it is for now and click close. Once you close and click on finish, you see your VM virtual machine is ready. Now, when you power on this virtual machine, you will get three options to install CentOS. So just go and click the first one, press enter. It will install CentOS 7. So guys, and again press enter. See, it is starting and stopping all processes and the target files. You can see, so it's starting the installer. Okay, ask for wait for 1 minute. So, so it will give you that language page where you can select your language and all the configurations. Just wait. So guys, you can see the language page here. So it is selected to English by default. English is fine for me. Click continue. Now you can change the date and time from here. I just selected to India. Click on done. Keyboard is US by default. So it is fine. Language support is English, that is also fine. The installation shows it is auto detected because we have already provided this CentOS image. If you have any FTP server, you can just click on this network part and provide the IP address of your FTP. It will install the package from here as well. A local path where we have downloaded this ISO image, so let it auto detected mode only, then click on done. Once you click done, now you see here is the software selection mode. Now we are going to install a server with GUI, so select this option server with GUI and click done. You can scroll down. Right, this is the size of your hard disk which you provided, 30 GB. If you want to do manual partition, you can also select on I will configure partition, and then you can configure a partition as well. But for now, I will just select this 30 GB one and click on done. Once you click done, so your installation destination completed. Now you have kdump, network and hostname and security policy. Network and so hostname we will set through our CLI mode. I will leave these settings as it is and just click on begin installation. Once you click begin installation, it will start installing all the packages. So here you will see the number of packages. So guys, you can see it's around 1255 packages because we are installing this server with GUI. So it has to take a lot of packages to install for the GUI setup. So meanwhile, we can select on the root password. The username is root. We can provide the password as root at the rate 123. We can also provide this password. Confirm this. Okay. So this is the weak password. You can set up to the strong password as well. But this is okay for me. I will just click 2 times on done because it is a weak password. So first time and second time your password is set for now. So guys, let it install all the packages till I will explain you all the steps which is running in the background from powering on the virtual machine to getting the login page. So guys, let me explain you. So the first is the post one, second MBR, third grub2, fourth kernel and fifth system D. So post is power on self test. So guys, once you power on your virtual machine, your basic input output system, that is BIOS, will perform some integrity check in which It will check for your hard disk, your RAM, your processor and all. And then it execute the MBR. MBR is master boot record. So the size of MBR is 512 byte, in which 446 is a bootloader, and this MBR will select the bootable device. So where you want to load your ISO image from pen drive or from DVD, then it will execute the grub. So guys, grub will load the VM kernel image and extract the content of initial RAM file system image. If you did not press any key in the keyboard, your by default kernel will load, and then it extracts the content of initial RAM file system image. Then kernel load the necessary driver module from initial RAM disk image and start system first process, that is system D. Earlier in CentOS 6 it was init1. So if you find out the PID for this, you can use this command ps-ef pipe grab system D. You will get the first process ID. And the last process ID is generated when you power off the virtual machine. So guys, the function of systemd, the first function is it will read the configuration file from /etc systemd directory, and second function is to read the file linked by /etc system/system/default.target, and third, bring the system to the state defined by the system target. And guys, this systemd will prepare the system for you and you will get the login page. So this is all about this booting process, which is very important. So guys, we will see whether our VM is ready or not. So we will go back. So guys, see. So guys, the packages has been installed and now you can reboot the VM. Once you reboot, now this is the kernel image. You can see CentOS Linux 3.10.0. This is the kernel image. So I did not press anything, so it will load the default kernel which is available in the image file. So guys, it will give you the GUI graphical user interface. So your GUI is preparing now. It will come shortly. So guys, you can see the initial setup in which you have to provide the license. So just click on this and click I accept the license agreement, and then nothing, you just click on done. Network and hostname that you can configure later on. Guys, you can see the interface name is ENS33. We can configure the IP address from here as well, but I will not configure from here. We will configure it from CLI, and that I will cover in my next video. So click on done, and this is the user creation. If you want, you can create your user from here as well. If you don't want to create the user, just skip from here and you can click on finish configuration. This user can be created from your CLI as well, so no need to create from GUI. So guys, you can see your CentOS 7 is prepared now. I click the language, that is selected English, next, next and next. If you want to skip, you can also select Kolkata, India, and now it is selected to India. You can scroll down, right, the finish, you can click on next. Now you can skip these settings, connect your online account. So we have not provided the IP address to it, so let's skip this step. If you want, you can click the name of your system. I have typed just Ashish over here. You can type your name, click next, set a password for Ashish, same password root@123, and you have to re-type the password. It will confirm whether the password is correct or not. It has to match the password. Yeah, say you are ready to go. Now start your CentOS Linux. So click here, start using CentOS Linux. So guys, you can see your GUI server is ready. You just click, right click, and if you want, you can open your terminal from it. You can see your terminal. Now if you type a command if config, you will see all the interface and IP address. So if you type if config, you will see all the interface details. Here we have not configured any IP address. It will not show you any IP address. That we will configure in our next video, guys. Guys, you can also increase the font size by selecting Control Shift and plus plus. You see the size increased. For now you can type any command. to see the package, you can type command rpm-qa, enter. These are the packages, guys, installed into the server. So guys, if you want to search any specific package for any service, you can type rpm-qa pipe grep ssh. So these are the SSH package available with us. You can search any package, right? So just clear this screen. I will show you the process ID as well. So if you want to see the process ID, you can type ps-af pipe grep systemd. Guys, you can see the first process ID, which is 1, given to the system ID, and this process will never change except systemd. All PID will change, but this will remain same. This is the ancestor process for all the processes. So guys, this is all about the CentOS GUI. So today we have set up this graphical user interface. So guys, we have seen all the steps to configure CentOS 7 with graphical user interface. In my next video, we will configure networking part, in which we will configure IP address, host name, DNS for the name server resolution, so that our server will talk to Google and outside web servers. So guys, thanks for watching this video.